Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on statistical mechanics for the core 14.
Previous classes we are discussing about the degenerate Fermi gas, and in this degenerate Fermi gas we are dealing with the weak degeneracy and strong degeneracy. In case of strong degeneracy we have studied one case, that is at absolute temperature, that is T equal to 0 Kelvin, and today we will see what will happen to the energy and the number of particles to the system in a certain energy interval. So at this temperature above the absolute zero, what will happen to the Fermi gas? I will give the link of the previous classes in my description box. Okay, you may check from that. In this case, this Fermi gas is strongly degenerate at the low temperature and this E is still positive. Okay, so the number of particles lying in the energy range between this E and E plus dE will be N of a d. So if you can remember, we are considering that your alpha equal to minus EF by kT. Since energy is your positive, so this alpha becomes negative, and here this temperature is very less than your Fermi temperature. Now the total number of particles will be equal to F of E into G of E into dE. So this F of E into G of E into dE, it means that will be equal to, that we have already been calculated, that this is Gs into 4 pi mb by HQ into 2m power half into E power half dE divided by exponential E minus EF by kT plus 1. So this term gives your Fermi distribution function. Now if we will put from this equation 6, means while we are calculating this 8 root 2 pi b divided by HQ into m power 3 by 2 equal to 3 by 2 n EF power minus 3 by 2, this is your, in case of Fermi degenerate gas. So this is the starting part, you may see from that video. So this will be equal to this one. So now if I will put this, here, so the equation becomes 3 by 2 into n by EF naught whole power 3 by 2, this is your EF at t equal to 0, into E power half into d divided by this exponential E minus EF by kT plus 1. Okay, so this EF of 0, this is the Fermi energy at temperature equal to 0 Kelvin, and this EF here, this EF, it will represent the Fermi energy at temperature T. Now we will calculate the total number of particles. So this total number of particles within this interval 0 to infinity, N of E into dE, that will be equal to 3 by 2 times this, the value of N of E dE will be this much. So this 3 by 2 into N by EF of 0 whole power 3 by 2 integration over this integration 0 to infinity E power 1 by 2 dE divided by exponential E minus EF by kT plus 1. This is suppose your some equation number A. Now the total energy E will be equal to, the total energy will be the product of the number of particles with your energy, individual energy. So this will be E into N of E dE, that will be equal to this portion 3 by 2 into N by EF of 0 power 3 by 2 integration over 0 to infinity this energy into E power half, this will becomes E power 3 by 2 dE divided by exponential E minus EF by kT plus 1. This is the value of total energy. This is your equation number B. Here you can see in this total number of particles and the total energy, this integration term will present. Here this is E power half, but here E power 3 by 2. This is the difference, but this pattern, it is same. Now if we will solve by using the Taylor series expansion, this, by using the Taylor series expansion, this E power half dE or this E power 3 by 2 or E power half, it can be considered as, suppose I am taking this as theta of E, this is the function of energy. Here I am taking this theta of E into dE divided by exponential E minus EF divided by kT plus 1, that will be equal to 0 to EF, that is the highest value, that is the Fermi energy, into theta of E dE integration 0 to EF plus pi square by 6 kT whole square, theta, the first derivative of theta at E equal to EF plus 7 pi power 4 by 360 into kt whole power 4 into the triple derivative of theta at E equal to EF plus E equal to EF plus so on. So this is the Taylor series expansion for this integration. Now this theta prime, theta double prime, theta triple prime, they will represent the first, second, third derivative and so on. This is the first, second, third derivative of the function theta. Now we have to first substitute if we will calculate the total number of particles. So first of all we have to put this e power half here. Okay. Now you can see that if I will first calculate the individual term. So first of all we will calculate the theta of E d, that will be equal to, here this is theta of E d will be equal to 2/3 means if you will put e power half d, that will become e power half plus 1, e power half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. So EF power 3 by 2 divided by this 3 by 2 becomes your 2 by 3. So putting the upper limit, this will becomes EF power 3 by 2. So this is the normal integration. Now for the second term, if we will take the first derivative, it will become d theta by d. Theta is your e power half. So putting here d by d of e power half at E equal to EF, this will be 1 by 2 into EF at your half minus 1 means minus half. Here we have substituted the value of E, that is EF. Now for the third term, if we will put, this is first we have to calculate the second derivative, that after we have to calculate the third derivative. So for the second derivative, this will becomes the derivative of this theta prime of E, that will be 1 by 2 into d by d of e power minus half, that is E equal to EF. Now this half into minus half, that will be minus 1 by 4, again e power minus half minus 1, that will be minus 3 by 2, at E equal to EF, that will be minus 1 by 4 e power minus 3 by 2. Now taking the third derivative, it will becomes this is the second derivative, that is d by d square. This is your d square theta by d theta square d square. So now this will be theta triple prime, that will be minus 1 by 4, taking outside d by d of e power minus 3 by 2. So that will becomes minus 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 4, that will be 3 by 8 into e power minus 3 by 2 minus 1, that is minus 5 by 2. At E equal to EF, that will be EF. Okay. Now we have to substitute these all values in the equation. Here you can see that in this equation A, that means that we have to put the value here, n equal to 3 by 2 n by EF 0 power 3 by 2 into this integration. For this integration, we have to substitute the Taylor series expansion. That is, first we have to take this first term, then pi square by 6 into kt whole square, then this second term and so on. So now you can see that n will be equal to 3 by 2 of n divided by EF0 whole power 3 by 2 into integration of this much. So this is the value of n. Now this portion, this part is here. Again this will be the integration over, by putting the Taylor series expansion, this will be 2/3 of EF power 3 by 2 plus this term remain constant, that is pi square by 6 kt whole square, then this second term 1 by 2 EF power minus half plus 7 pi power 4 360 whole into kt power whole 4. This will be the third derivative of this much. So here the second component is absent. So this is the 3 by 8 of EF power minus 5 by 2 and so on. Now here you can see that this n get cancelled. Now 1 will be equal to, this will be this 2 by 3. If I will take the common, then this will be 2 by 3 into 3 by 2, that will be 1. Again by taking the EF power 3 by 2 common, this will be EF power 3 by 2 divided by, this is EF whole of 0 at your EF at 0 whole power 3 by 2 whole into this term taken common. So this will be 1 plus, again for this component, that will be, if I will take this 2 by 3 EF common from here, so the remaining term will be 1 by 8, because this is your 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 means if I will take the 2 by 3 common from here, so that will remain here, 1 by 2 is present. So the remaining term will be 1 by 8 pi kt whole square divided by EF square plus 7 by 640 pi kt by EF whole power 4 plus so on. Now you can calculate. I think up to this much you can calculate. Simply we have taken this first term common. Now this EF by EF naught, this EF by EF naught whole power, this is your EF by EF naught whole power 3 by 2. So by taking this term common from to the left hand side, if I will take this term to the left hand side, now this will becomes 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 8 into this much plus so on, that will be the power minus 1. Again, if I will take the power into 2 by 3, so this 3 by 2, 3 by 2 get cancelled, so that will becomes your, if I will take this power from the other side, that will become minus 2 by 3. So EF by EF naught will be this much. Okay. Now here we are considering that KT is very less than EF. If we can, here we can consider only the first two term and we have to neglect all of this term. Since KT is very less than EF, so because KT by EF is present here, so we can neglect the higher order term. Because the power of the term goes on increasing, that's why the remaining term will be EF by EF naught will be equal to 1 plus 1 by 8. This will be pi kt by EF whole square. And this is your power minus 2 by 3. Again, by doing the binomial expansion, we can simply, we have to just multiply this term here. So 1 plus 1 by 8 into minus 2 by 3, that will becomes 2 4s are 8, that is 4 into 3, that will be minus 1 by 12 into pi kt divided by EF whole square. This is some equation. Now if we will multiply this term EF of 0, so EF will be equal to EF of 0 into 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt by EF whole square. So this term is simply, we have multiplied this term here on the right hand side. Now squaring the both side, this EF square will be equal to EF square of 0 into 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt by EF whole square, this whole term square. Now again, by doing the binomial expansion, in binomial expansion we are simply multiplying this power here. This is minus 1 by 12 into 2, so that will be 2 by 12 means this is your minus 1 by 6 and all other term remains as it is. By taking the reciprocal of this EF square, that is 1 by EF square will becomes 1 by EF naught whole square whole into this total bracketed term power minus 1. It means again doing the binomial expansion, this minus becomes plus, so this will be 1 plus 1 by 6 pi kt by EF whole square. So it means that we have taken only the reciprocal of this EF square. Now putting EF equal to EF naught, EF at T equal to 0 Kelvin, it means EF naught means T equal to 0 Kelvin. So this will becomes 1 by EF square will be equal to 1 by EF naught whole square at 1 plus 1 by 6 pi kt divided by EF at 0 whole square. Now putting this equation here, we will get EF equal to, this EF will be equal to, you can see we have to substitute this equation in this equation. So EF will be equal to EF naught into this much, this EF equal to EF naught into 1 minus 1 by 12 into, this is your pi kt whole square. This in place of 1 by EF square, we have to substitute this value. Simply we have substituted this value. Clear? Now simply multiplying this term here and neglecting the higher order term, we can calculate the total energy EF will be equal to, this is the Fermi energy at temperature T will be equal to EF of 0 into 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt divided by EF of 0 whole square. Okay. Now this is the Fermi temperature at any temperature T. This is the Fermi energy at any temperature T. Now we have calculated for this expression. Now we have to calculate for this expression. So for that case, here in this Taylor series expansion, we have to put this theta value as e power 3 by 2. This is your e power 3 by 2 as your theta of e. So putting this theta of e equal to e power 3 by 2, this will be for the Taylor series expansion, the first term will be 0 to EF integration theta of E dE will be equal to integration over 0 to EF. The value of theta is e power 3 by 2 into dE. That will be equal to, this power goes to, this will increase by 1. This will be e power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. So it is simply 2 by 5 EF power 5 by 2. So this is the, we have substituted the upper limit, that is EF. Now for the second term, we have to take the first derivative of theta, that is d theta by dE at E equal to EF, that will be equal to d by dE of EF power 3 by 2. So this is e power 3 by 2, and at last we have to put E equal to EF. Now this will becomes 3 by 2 EF power 1 by 2. While taking the derivative, this power decrease by 1. Now taking the second derivative, you can simply calculate, this will be 3 by 4 EF power minus half, and again taking the third derivative, you can calculate, this will be your minus 3 by 8 of 3 by 8 into EF power minus 3 by 2. Now this total energy from that expression, this is your, from this equation B, that will be E equal to 3 by 2 n by EF of 0 at 3 by 2 power 3 by 2 into integration 0 to infinity e power 3 by 2 into d divided by exponential e minus EF by kt plus 1. So it means that here in this integration we have to do the Taylor series expansion. Simply we have to put this value. So this whole term goes here, and for this integration this will be 2 by 5 of EF power 5 by 2 plus this term is your constant 1 by 6 into pi kt square into this theta prime, that is 3 by 2 EF power half minus this term again constant 7 by 360 into pi kt power 4, that is for Taylor series expansion, this term into the third derivative minus 3 by 8. So this will be minus 3 by 8 EF power minus 3 by 2 and so on. Now again taking this whole first term common, that will be, this is your 2 to get cancel, 3 by 5 n into, this will be EF, this is your EF power 5 by 2. So here EF power 3 by 2 into EF. So this will be your EF power 5 by 2 divided by, this is your EF power 3 by 2. So it is here, and the remaining term will be, this is your 1 plus, again you can see that for this term this will be 5 by 8 pi kt by EF whole square minus 7 by 384 pi kt by EF whole power 4 and so on. So this is simply we have taken the common, that is 2 by 5 EF power 5 by 2 from all this term. Now this will be 3 by 5 of 3 by 5 into n into, if I will take EF naught here, so this will be, you can see this is the power 3 by 2, here this is the power 5 by 2, EF power 3 by 2 plus 1, this will be EF power 5 by 2. So for this EF power 3 by 2, if I will, this is power 1, this is 5 by 2, so this 5 by 2 minus 1, again this will be EF power 3 by 2. So simply we can cancel this term and this will becomes your EF power 3 by 2, and the remaining term will be this 2, and here we have neglected the higher order term, since you know kt is less than EF, very less than EF. Now this will be the energy expression will be from this part, this is your EF equal to EF at 0 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt by EF whole square. So in this part here we have substituted 3 by 5 n EF of 0 into this EF of power 5 by 2, this is 1 by EF of EF at 0 power 5 by 2 into this EF term, that is from this equation EF of 0 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt divided by EF whole square whole power 5 by 2. Again this is your 1 plus 5 by 2, this term multiplied here 1 plus 5 by 2, this is 1 by EF naught whole square whole into this term here, again this d1 term for this EF of 0 1 minus 1 by 12 into this much. So simply we have substituted it here 1 plus 1 by 6 pi kt divided by EF of 0 whole square. So this term, this is your 1 by EF square, here this is EF, here we have substituted the value of EF, that is from this expression we have substituted this expression, and For 1 by EF square, we have substituted this term. So here I am just writing, putting this equation d1 here and putting equation E at this. So this will becomes your this much. Now this will be 3 by 5 n EF of 0 into, by taking this common, that will be 1 minus 1 by 12 pi kt divided by EF whole square. This power is 5 by 2 into, this will be 1 plus 5 by 8 pi kt whole square divided by EF of 0 whole square. So here we have simply, this is your EF power 5 by 2 and this is your 1 by EF power 5 by 2. Here we have simply cancel this term. So the remaining term will be this much. Now this will be nearly equal to 3 by 5 n EF of 0. 1 minus, if I will multiply 1 with 1, this will be 1 minus, this will be 5 by 24 into, this 5 means this, we have simply here binomial expanded, this power multiplied here, that will be minus 5 into 12 into 2, that is 24, that will be minus 5 by 24 into pi kt divided by EF at 0 whole square into, this will be 1 plus 5 by 8 into pi kt divided by EF at 0 whole square. Clear? So simply we have, when we will see this is the binomial expansion, so simply you have to just multiply this power here. Whether it may be negative or positive, you have to simply multiply here in the second term. Now that will be 3 by 5 n EF of 0. This will be 1 into 1 1 minus 5 by 24 pi kt by EF naught whole square. This is plus 5 by 8 pi kt by EF naught whole square. It means that if I will take this common pi kt by EF whole square, that will be minus 5 by 24 plus 5 by 8. That will becomes 5 by 12 pi kt by EF naught whole square. Now you know the pressure P equal to 2 by 3 of E by V. That will be this 3 by 5 into 2 by 3. That will be 2 by 5 into n EF of 0 divided by V, this V into this term 1 plus 5 by 12 pi kt by EF of 0 whole square. This much is clear. So this is the complete part of your strong degeneracy. We have already completed the weak degeneracy part in your case 1, and today we have completed the strong degeneracy. In the strong degeneracy we have studied the two cases. One is at absolute zero temperature and another is at above your absolute zero. So these are the two cases. So this is all for today, and if you have any query and you have any doubt in any part, then you can ask me in your comment section. Give your valuable comment in the comment section. This is all for today. Thank you.